Welcome back and thank you for being here. My name is Gia for those of you that don't know me. And in this video, I want to share with you guys on how to use art as a way to channel and express anger in a contained manner so that we can take a safe distance from it in observing and getting to know it on a deeper level rather than avoiding it or being afraid of it or repressing it for whatever reason that we have to do so. And this does not require any sort of experience or skill in art because the emphasis is really put on your willingness to sit down and take the moment to express yourself through art rather than focusing on how it looks or how it should look. And I'll be using my knowledge and experience as an art therapist as well as my personal ways in which I use art to express and explore my inner world in guiding you through this process. So once you're ready, let's get started.
We'll be using just a few art mediums like tissue papers of different colors, liquid glue which I diluted with water, liquid glue to water ratio of about 2:1, and a brush, a thick paper, just thick enough to hold the diluted glue. As usual, I invite you to begin by just taking a moment to ground yourself in your body by closing your eyes if you feel comfortable, and just follow along with the natural rhythm of your breathing. In breath through your nose, filling your belly, and with your out breath through your mouth, letting go of any tension, stress in your body. When you feel grounded and centered in your body, we'll begin by taking tissue papers of colors of your choice and tear them in ways that feels natural for you right now. You might be drawn to certain colors as you go, or you might choose colors that somehow resembles your anger. Do what feels right for you. Anger is a strong sensory experience that we can feel in our bodies. Oftentimes, feelings of intense anger can keep us from staying with the emotion just a little longer to observe it mindfully and learn about it before immediately releasing the anger or reacting to situations that bring up the anger. And it's usually the tension and tenseness experienced in the body, along with many different ways that each of us experience anger. So tearing and ripping paper can be a great way of releasing tension felt in our bodies that might feel heavy or stuck, difficult to control, and so on. When you feel ready to move on to the next step, I invite you to start putting the tissue papers onto the paper in ways that feels natural for you. Just listen to your intuition and follow along with it. You might end up creating it into shapes and colors that looks like your anger, like what it might look like if you were to have the anger sitting in front of you. Or you can just work spontaneously using the colors and the glue while taking this moment to be present with this emotion. It's important for you to remind yourself that anger is not a bad emotion that you should get rid of, that you should hide or repress. Just like any other emotions like joy, peace, depression, anger is simply another form of inner guidance system that tells us what needs our attention, what is important to us, and what might be out of balance. And through anger, we can go deeper into what we are not okay with about a situation, and if there are any deeper reasons behind the trigger of the anger. As much as releasing the energy of anger is important, the mindful awareness of the process of releasing and processing the anger is a crucial part of our healing. processing different emotions like anger using art can help slow down the experience for us to be able to notice what it feels like, or even listen to the self-talk that goes on in our heads and see what it might look like visually. If not, at least you're giving yourself this moment to be present with your anger and learn about it on a deeper level. And as you work through this process, other emotions might come forth as you tune into this particular emotion. And we can often call this secondary emotions. For example, feeling anger can sometimes come with feelings of shame, feelings of regret, and so on. Allow it to be, notice it, and if anything stands out to you, then you can also process it further through the reflective writing process later in this exercise. Again, I encourage you to not worry too much about how the art looks like. Just give value to the fact that you are allowing yourself to express this emotion and taking care of yourself. You can continue on at your own pace. When you feel completed, we can move on to the reflective writing process, which is as important as the art making portion of this exercise. You can take this moment to observe your art non-judgmentally, just as it is created. And you can reflect on the following questions. The first question is, what do you see in your art? Anything that stands out to you that you notice visually in your art. The second question is, what does your art say about the emotion? The art that we create is a direct reflection of our inner world. So we can gain insights about our emotions by observing and reflecting on the art. And the last question is, how does your body feel right now? Just notice where your body is at, what it feels like internally. You can reflect at your own pace. Thanks again for tuning into this video and making time for yourself to create some art. If you would like a one-on-one personalized sessions with me, you can find some more information about that in the link below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.